What's up, everyone? It's James on the set of our movie Breaking and Exiting here with director Peter Facinelli. You might know him from Supergirl, Twilight, or if you're like me, Can Hardly Wait.
Yeah.
High School Classic! So, this is your first time directing a feature.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I feel at home. It's kind of nice.
Well, because yeah, you seem so sort of natural behind the camera and directing the set. What have you been discovering on this journey that you didn't always know as an actor?
For me, I love working with actors because I am an actor. It's easier for me to like talk to them and easier for me to like kind of show them the vibe and the tone of what I'm looking for as a director. Because and I hope you feel that too as an actor. Like when I get in there, it's like I can kind of show you like this is the tone and vibe I'm looking for,
Yeah.
and then let you guys play in that space. But after working for 20 years, I feel like I know camera really well. I feel like I know angles really well, and I feel like I understand the acting process a lot. So it's been a really fun, creative journey for me, and I'm super excited, and like I'm kind of like it's a good taste for me because I want to do more. I want to direct more.
Right. Is it sort of scratching an itch?
Yeah, it's totally scratching an itch. That I think I've been a frustrated director all these years, like because I've kind of directed myself, and a lot of times I'll be on the set and the director will try to be figuring something out, and I'll be like, why don't you just put the camera over there? And they're like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So I love collaboration.
Yeah.
And as a director, I get to collaborate with so many people: the wardrobe department, the DP, the actors, and like kind of be the orchestrator of it all, and I'm having a good time, man. I'm really fortunate to have great actors like this guy, and I've been getting really great stuff. I'm really excited to put this in the hands of an audience. I have 5 days left.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just keep pushing and get really good stuff today.
Well, everyone's been talking about how beautiful things look.
Yeah.
And do you feel like you are kind of intuitively just kind of feeling out the technical aspects of the shoot?
No, I mean, for me, I was surprised at how much I knew, to be honest. Like, because
From osmosis of 20 years.
just from osmosis of 20 years, understanding, direction of camera, understanding access. I mean, a lot of people that don't do films don't understand, like, if you're shooting a scene with two people, you have a 180-degree access, and you have to stay on 180 degrees to film them. And if you cross that axis, then it flips and then it reverses the people and it looks bizarre. So whenever you're shooting, you have to kind of draw a line between the two people, and then you have to create a 180-degree axis and stay on that side. And you can cross that axis if the person's in the shot. So if you're on like a steady cam, you can cross over to the other side, and then you're okay, and then you could shoot from the other axis.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun it's like putting puzzle pieces together, And then for me, I think what I love the most about it is just when I get to work with the actors and shape performances and just creates subtle nuances, And then when they take that direction and it's there and it pops and everybody's like excited, then it makes me feel good.
When you think about some of your favorite directors that you've worked with, what were some of the things that they sort of implemented that helped you, that you feel like you are now utilizing? Or
I think for me, I like directors that speak in verbs, and give me things to play instead of,
What's an example?
Like, in this scene, you're trepidatious, or adverbs where they're describing what things that you could play instead of, being like, just telling me what the end result is. You know what I mean? Like. And also I like directors who ask questions a lot too. Like instead of giving you answers, they might say, in this part, what's going on with you there? What are you feeling? And then just letting you kind of find it too.
Right. Those are always the best teachers.
Yeah, because they just make you think. And so I like those kind of directors. But I'm a big fan of 70s films. I feel like in the 70s they let the actors play more, and so they created a space where the actors could play, as opposed to a lot of stuff modern, which is a lot of like For me, it's boring when it's just like a complete master of you know, you shoot a wide and then you just go in for over coverage and then over coverage and then single and then single.
Yeah.
And so for me, I've been doing a lot of cool stuff where I'll do scenes and like instead of 7 setups, I'll do it in 2 or 3, where I get to let the actors kind of play in a space, which is almost like their stage, and then it's just them, you know, being vulnerable in that space because I don't have anything to cut to. So the acting has to be good, you know, and then I just continue shaping the performances until that scene works in like one or two setups, as opposed to chopping it all up. Because when you chop up stuff, then you can protect an actor, because then, you know, you can say, well, I can you know, cut this, I can cut into it, so I can literally sit there and feed the lines to them, and they can do, you know, this line this way, this line this way, this line this way.
Yeah.
But I actually like when it's all about seeing the space and seeing the actors play in that space. And if you look at movies that are like Cassavetes movies or Bob Rafelson movies, where you know, they just created a space that was wider and then allowed the actors to play in it, and they're not afraid to like have the, you know, the camera on an actor's back for a second, because it's interesting. It's like when Rosemary's Baby, when the camera went one way and everybody's trying to look leaned over the wall, because it's like they want to see what that person's seeing and they can't see it. So it's like creating fun stuff like that is exciting. This is a romantic comedy, so you know, there are times for it to be very dramatic and like, you know, you want to fall in love with these people, and then there are times where you have to infuse humor. And then there were times that I'm like, look, this is great, but we got to infuse the humor, you know what I mean? Because we're losing humor, and now we're just shooting a drama, you know? So, you know, for me, this movie's more based, it's more grounded, so I'm going more for like When Harry Met Sally, as opposed to like Home Alone, you know, or American Pie. Not that those are bad movies, I love those movies, but the tone for me is more grounded and real, and like I want to feel that in this world.
It's almost like a beautiful two-hander play, where it's really about
it really is.
The chemistry and the relationship.
It's like shooting a play. It really is.
Yeah. Do you feel like this is like the start of like a new chapter?
God, I hope so. I mean, look, I love acting, so, you know, I think, you know, sometimes when I miss it, I'll get in there and I'll just start acting people's parts out. I think I was doing that to you today. I was like taking over your mark, and I was just kind of like acting like your part. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. You do it and let me watch it. But so I'll always love acting, and so I think, you know, in a perfect world, I would do, you know, act in my stuff as well, and like maybe do both. But I mean, I really love this element of, you know, film and television is a director's medium, and I mean, theater is an actor's medium, because when you're doing theater, it's all about your work. I mean, the director sits back and the audience sees you, and whatever you're doing is what the audience is getting. And when you're doing film and television, it's a director's medium where you know, I have to protect the actors, because whatever takes I pick, you know, have to showcase them in a good way, and I have to make sure that the take makes them look good in the lighting and makes them look good in the performance. So, but it's my job to protect everybody, and
and at the end, you know, when you're going through post-production and whatnot, you'll be the one that really kind of control how the story is told. Yeah.
So it's a great, fun process, and right now I'm getting pieces to, you know, fit into a bigger puzzle piece, and I'm just enjoying the process every single day. Like every day I feel like I've got really great stuff. So we're gonna knock it out of the ballpark today with my man James here.
That's right.
And you're gonna see him on the big screen, and it's gonna be good.
How can people follow the movie?
Oh, I don't know yet. I don't know if they have a handle and stuff yet. I mean, they can follow me at Peter Facinelli on Twitter, and at Peter Facinelli on Instagram, and I'll give updates. But then as soon as we have like a handle, and then afterwards we'll get it out to you guys.
Okay, awesome. Behind the scenes, breaking and exiting, at James Kyson, at Peter Facinelli. Follow us, and we'll see you later.
Can't wait for you to see it.